Today we drive the F430 Scuderia. The F430 Scuderia is 220 pounds lighter and also more powerful than the standard F430. The increased power comes from a revised intake, exhaust, and a slightly higher compression ratio. The weight savings measures are self-evident when you look at the car. Carbon fiber is literally everywhere. Weighing just under 3,000 pounds wet and with 503 naturally aspirated horsepower on tap, the driving experience is simply incredible.
We're in second gear now. We're going to roll on the throttle again.
Now this car features a more evolved version of Ferrari's automated manual single clutch transmission, and it brings the shift time down to 60 milliseconds, whereas the regular F430 completes the shift in 150 milliseconds. What I found interesting about this Ferrari compared to the 458 or the 488 is that I actually enjoyed driving this one more. And I was surprised that these Ferraris in the used market are currently only going for about $200,000. If you were to say that you prefer the F430 Scuderia over the 458 or the 488, I wouldn't blame you.
Now this is a single clutch transmission, but the shifts are very quick. It's actually pretty surprising. And the owner asked me not only to compare it to the other single clutch transmission in the previous car that we were driving, but to talk about how it compared to the 458. If you don't know, we had a 458 that we were renting out, and it was a very reliable car. The only thing I did on it was the brakes, oil changes, spark plugs. It needed an O2 sensor once, and it made it to 50,000 miles without much maintenance. It was a really great car. And right away, I like this car more than the 458. The owner is flying by me. He thinks I'm going too slow. This is an absolute blast. I really like this car. Immediately, you get in this car and it feels very taut, very solid, very connected. I don't want to go too fast over all these undulations, but here we go. Oh, wow. Just a great engine sound. Not a lot of sound deadening, so I can really hear what the engine is doing back there behind me. Nice steering response. Overall, just a great, fun Ferrari. When you think of what a Ferrari should feel like, this is probably it. Put a little gas. Oh my God. All right, so we're coming in hot here. Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh my goodness. This is a phenomenal car. Damn. All the carbon fiber bits, the seats, it's just such a cool car. Anyways, back to the point of this video. It's a little bit hard to focus on that whole point of the video when you're driving this thing. There's just so many things to talk about with how great this car is. But coming from the Maranello over into this, it's a huge jump. It does what I want to, I guess. And it shifts much faster. Wow, this thing moves. This is really great. What a great experience. Coming from the Maranello over into this, feeling the evolution of the transmissions is pretty cool. So the similar thing with this F430 and that Maranello is the first to second shift. It reminds me, it has the same hesitation sort of feeling. I haven't gotten that down. That's probably a driver error. I'm probably not used to it, so I wouldn't attribute it to the car. Also, to go into reverse, there's simply a button down here. I would hit this R to go into reverse. I'm going to switch it to the auto mode now just to see what it's like. What I really like about this car compared to my Lotus, for instance, is there's not a lot of noise transmitted through the suspension on bumps. I felt like in some of these lightweight track-focused cars, we get these suspensions that sort of transmit a lot of noise when you hit a rough bump at speed, and there's no rattles or squeaks in this. It's a very solid car, and the focus is not on being a quiet, solid, streetable car, but for what it is, it's impressive. Okay, so the auto mode is terrible. I'm not going to do that again. We're going out of auto mode. I just wanted to try it. I really do not like the auto mode. I was just talking to the owner about how it shifts and how it's very rough. It just punches you in between the gears. I feel like I need to drive a 458 again because it's been so long since that one was totaled. Alright, so we're going to accelerate hard here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so it shifts very abruptly. It's very strong and just very mechanical. Alright, so we're going to accelerate hard here. Oh my gosh. So cruising on the freeway, there's quite a bit of noise. I can hear the car next to me, for instance. I can hear their engine going. So this is not a car that I would road trip in, whereas the 458, I would. It would be a little bit more comfortable. This sort of has a little bit of drone in it, exhaust drone. So when I'm not driving it flat out, I'm not as excited about the car. Definitely not girlfriend or wife approved. So your girlfriend or wife would be okay with the 575, but probably not the 430 Scud. A little bit too harsh. Overall, just a wonderful Ferrari. Like, you cannot go wrong with this car if you're driving it to go out to the mountains and have fun. I just love this car. I think that this, if I was going to buy a Ferrari, I feel like this one is going to be one that will be super collectible in the future because of how engaging it is to drive it.
That is all I have for you on the F430 Scuderia. Next week we go out and buy a sub $10,000 project car that we're going to turn into a track car. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure that you enjoy your car.